listen to this. You need to learn what failure is. Your mind thinks that's failure. That's not failure.
No matter how much dedication and determination an athlete has for his preferred sport, without the correct guidance, they will never achieve their full potential. Like any other sport, the role of a coach is extremely essential in bodybuilding. Doing exercises wrongly might result in accidental injuries, and without the right direction to reach their goals, bodybuilders may not know the kind of physique that might suit them. This is where the role of the coach comes in. Making himself known as one of the best coaches around in the arena, Hany Rambod has continued to make major strides in the sport. The 47-year-old Kuwaiti-American bodybuilding coach has a long list of achievements. On top of that, he curated the FST7 training methods, which earned him many Mr. Olympia titles so far. From a motivational speaker to his YouTube journey, the coach has been inspiring many amateur bodybuilders all the while. Mr. Olympia is undoubtedly one of the most prominent and toughest bodybuilding shows in the industry. Hence, coaching individuals during their quest to lift the Sandow Trophy is a journey that is more laborious than it seems. Yet Hany Rambod has already won 24 such titles in his coaching history, and given the lineup of clients he has at hand, this number is likely to increase next season as well. The CEO of Evogen Nutrition revealed some insights from his journey and how it truly felt when he won the very first Olympia title. He talked about how his very first win was from the IFBB figure Olympia, and his client Nicole Wilkins won the title 4 times within 5 years. Along the way, Rambod also focused on the fact that Jay Cutler's 2009 win was also a major triumph in his career. Rambod had to go through different phases while training his winning contenders. While some of the divisions in the event also defined his pressure point as a coach. In his latest Q&A session with Derek Lunsford, Rambod answered a fan question. He was asked how different his feelings were from the first time he won the Olympia till this very season, where he marked his 24th win. In reply, Rambod emphasized how different both feelings were. He stated, "My first win was within the figure category, way back, and I believe that now the pressure is much, much higher. In the open class, obviously." The coach pointed out the pressure difference in both scenarios. With his wins in the open division and his exposure to social media unlike before, the coach feels much more responsible than before. He also commented on the pressure that comes with making someone win multiple titles year after year. So this year, trying to bring in C-Bum for the 5th one was also very difficult. But the pressure is much, much more different, he said. While training several promising Mr. Olympia contestants, Rambod has also faced moments of struggle. The conflict to cheer for one while another has been left behind seems to have troubled him. Hence, Rambod also talked about how being a coach for the leading competitors is a tough job. Along his way to glory, the coach had to guide rivals like Chupan and Lunsford, as well as Cutler and Heath at the same time. He recalled how he felt when he went through this period. He stated, "I feel that now with like the Hady and Derek era, kind of like the Jay and Phil era, where they were going back and forth and they flip-flopped, you know, again very mixed emotions, because you're very happy for one but then you're sad for the other. But it's much more now raw for me." As a coach, no one can question Rambod's expertise. Apart from giving guidance to his trainees, the IFBB Pro Coach also becomes their support system.
I think so. I think that you got to remember, when Jay came back in 09, okay, and again, I worked with Jay in 09, he ran back-to-back years. He didn't have a major surgery. No, he just lost, and him and Chris, whatever the formula was, you know, it didn't work out. He lost to Dexter. He came to me, we started putting together a game plan, and he went back-to-back years. Phil took 27 months off.
That's
and
tough.
he couldn't train for the whole 27 months because he had 6 inches of mesh put into his midsection. So I don't know anybody out there that has 6 inches of mesh that's, you know, I don't even know if there's anybody in there that competes at the top pro ranks that has 6 inches of mesh in their midsection, let alone top 5 or top 10. So when you start adding those things up with a 27-month break, that's where you really got to start looking at things going, okay, I knew he had to grow into the show. I knew that he was going to have to grow into the show because he didn't have all that time to be able to do the things he did.
Winning 24 Mr. Olympia titles is a long journey, and it has certainly contributed to Rambod being considered one of the best coaches in the industry. Now that a lot of Mr. Olympia's hopefuls are under his tutelage, it is only likely that Rambod will continue to bag more titles under his name. The duo between the legendary bodybuilding coach Hany Rambod and the 4X Mr. Olympia champion Jeremy Buendia was once regarded as the epitome of synergy within the competitive realms of the sport. They worked together for 7 years and, under the coaching of Rambod, the men's physique champ had become one of the most successful athletes in the fitness industry. However, in 2018, after the Mr. Olympia championship, they decided to part ways, marking the 2018 championship in their last appearance together as the amazing trainer-trainee duo. The separation of one of the greatest duos in history came as a shock to the entire fitness community, and they all demanded answers. Finally, after so many years, Jeremy Buendia opened up, unveiling the true reason behind the split. The 4X Mr. Olympia Jeremy Buendia recently took to his official Instagram page and shared a video where he unraveled the mystery of why he stopped training with Hany Rambod so abruptly. He captioned the video, "This is probably the most asked question I've gotten as of recently. Why am I no longer being coached or working with a Hany Rambod?" He begins by saying how he and Hany Rambod used to be extremely close friends, and they cherished the bond, but he also stated that good things often come to an end. He said, "In a lot of previous videos I've talked about me having my head so far up in my wow that I was extremely arrogant. I made a lot of poor decisions and I treated people wrong." Gradually, as the video proceeds, Jeremy Buendia mentions that they had different business ideas, which was why he ended up leaving their brand Evagen, and he did not do it on good terms, being disrespectful towards Hany Rambod, forgetting the fact that the company was not his personal effort, but a rather collective one. Buendia, after so many years, finally publicly apologizes to the coach that deserved long due credit. Jeremy Buendia not just reveals why he no longer trains with Hany Rambod, but also credits him for the career he has today. He said, "Hany and I were really close, and I attribute a lot of my success early in my career to Hany and him being by my side and kind of showing me the ropes of the industry and bringing me along with him and helping build me up into, the athlete I am today and the following that I have today." He then goes on to say how much he regrets having ruined what he called to be one of the best relationships he had in the industry to date, and he even says, "I do care about him a lot, and it's something that even to this day bothers me, that we aren't still friends." He publicly apologizes to his favorite coach for the sour treatment that he had given him, just as he tasted success. What do you think about the confession of Jeremy Buendia? Let us know in the comments section below.